Midfielder number 4, Jane Hansen. Attacker number 10, Dylan Amonte. Attacker number 14, Mary Schumer. Midfielder number 19, Sam Smith. Defender number 24, Kendall Halpern. Attacker number 27, Izzy Skane. Defender number 29, Carly Mahoney. Defender number 44, Hannah Gillespie. And in the goal for the Wildcats, number 32, Molly LaLiberty. Northwestern's head coach is Kelly Amonte Hiller. The acting head coach is Scott Hiller, assisted by Alexis Venechanos and Charlie Leonard. And now, please welcome the starting lineup for the United States Under-20 women. Defender number 5, Lydia Colasante. Defender number 7, Caitlin Davies. Midfielder number 17, Eliza Osborne. Attacker number 21, Madison Epke. Defender number 23, Kate DeMark. Defender number 25, Ava Bleckley. Midfielder number 35, Shay Baker. Midfielder number 44, Madison Taylor. Attacker number 48, Emma Lopinto. And in the goal for Team USA, number 50, Shay Dolce. Team USA's head coach is Kelly Amonte Hiller, assisted by Ann Elliott Whitten, Tim McCormick, and Michelle Tumolo. The officials for this game, Mike Miller, Heather Anderson, Jamie Van Landingham, and Megan McCrory. Let's play.
Welcome back to Tierney Field for Game 2 of this Saturday slate of contests featuring the USA U20 team versus Northwestern. Hello, everyone. I'm Monica Moore alongside Kenny Dijon. And Kenny, we had a fantastic first game. We got to see a little bit of this Northwestern team. Now we get to see a bit more of the USA U20 team who played yesterday, but a different roster today, a dual roster. We're getting to see some different talent on the field.
This is the matchup we've all been waiting for. U.S. is saving all its big players for this one. Northwestern's going to play its big guns as well. Izzy Skane and Erin Kuykendall played about a quarter in the last game. I expect them to be fresh for this one. It's going to be exciting.
And we were really impressed with the USA U20 team yesterday, particularly in the draw circle. The draw circle was the big storyline, and we're going to get to see Madison Epke again today. She was really one to watch. Her squaring off against Sam Smith, that is, I think, one of the marquee matchups of this afternoon's contest.
That is where it's going to start and finish. Madison Epke yesterday won 10 draws. U.S. had a 23-5 advantage on draws against Canada, so that's where everything's going to start for them. And if they can win draws, they're going to be able to generate offense. But if Northwestern starts winning every draw, look out.
And Kenny, I'm going to brag about you a little bit. Been reading some of the articles you've been writing for USA Lacrosse, and you had a really great piece that had to do with Madison Epke about how she's really taking advantage of the opportunities she's been getting. She's not someone who's had these opportunities handed to her. She's worked and worked and worked, and when she's gotten here this weekend, she's really had a chance to show what she can do.
I talked to her last night. What a fun, humble player. She had tried out for a couple cycles of the National Team Development Program to be on select teams. Never made it to that final team. She is thrilled to be playing at Fall Classic under the lights, so to speak. Technically, the lights are on. It's a little hazy today. And making the most of her opportunities both at JMU and now here.
Really just a great story, and I think, you know, if you don't make that first training roster you try out for, you try and try again, and you get those opportunities, and that was Epke right there. And now Team USA quickly pushing up the field. just a fantastic roster of talent. Madison Taylor, one of the ones competing, and you know she is very happy to be playing today. She's wearing the red, white, and blue, but happy to see her Northwestern teammates as well.
A distinct Northwestern flavor to this game for a variety of reasons. Look for Madison Taylor to try to get a little bragging rights against her teammates. Chloe Humphrey, I mean,
wow.
There's a reason she is the top recruit in her class. North Carolina has gotten a gem, a lacrosse family, and with ease, a little right-handed shovel shot. Not even shovel shot, kind of more like a sidewinder. Easy goal.
Scored by number 2.
This is the USA
Humphrey.
Lacrosse High School Player of the Year, the USA Today National Player of the Year, two-time All-American, all-everything in high school. And I think Chloe Humphrey poised to do very similar things in the collegiate game.
You do a little research on her, and one of the things that shows up, it just says pure goal scorer. I think simplicity is sometimes the best way to state things, and that is Chloe Humphrey. She is going to score in bunches.
And this will be Madison Smith in the draw control circle with Sam Smith for Northwestern. She also was fantastic yesterday, winning the draws. Sam Smith. Earlier, we saw Northwestern play the Canada U20 team. She did well in the circle, but Team USA is going to win it. Really heads-up play there by Kate Levy.
Sister-sister draw matchup there, by the way. I'm sure they've practiced that in the backyard thousands of times.
And now Team USA with some momentum here in the early goings, and I think this team really looking to shine. That was a difficult catch by Chloe Humphrey, just showing you a lot that's in the skill set there. And now Darcy Felter looking to head to goal. Back in goal for Northwestern. We saw a lot of her earlier. Molly LaLiberty had some big saves, particularly in the first quarter against Canada. And now Northwestern with their first chance on offense. And everyone very familiar with all the big names on this Northwestern offense. And oh my goodness, Izzy Skane. It takes her very little time to get going.
It's got a little bit be a rude reminder for Shea Dolce. Izzy Skane scored a bunch against her in the national championship game. And not that it's ever goalie versus goalie, but this is a rematch, goalie-wise, of the national championship game in May. So Shea Dolce is going to look to maybe exact a little revenge here.
And she was diving. She knew where that ball was going, just didn't get there quite quickly enough. But Shea Dolce is a phenomenal goalkeeper in her own right. And I think everyone just very excited to see her growth and development as she continues. Had a great year at Boston College, appeared in 22 games, starting the final 16. Won so much respect for what she was doing back in net.
What Acacia Walker-Weinstein said to me last year, right before championship weekend, was that she was so impressed at how Shea Dolce just bided her time. She never came in with the expectation to start or even play. She learned from Rachel Hall and that incredible goalie room and coaching staff, and when it was her time, everyone kind of knew it, and she proved them right.
Shea Baker, speaking of Boston College, coming up with a very big draw control right there.
Yeah, if you're looking for the who's who of college women's lacrosse, this is the matchup to watch.
And Chloe Humphrey has already been such an integral part of everything that Team USA is doing. I think she's one to just continue to watch. Madison Taylor trying to get a step on her defender, going right down the middle. Madison Taylor.
That's got to feel good, right? Smile at your teammate that you're going to see next weekend back, or even this week back in Evanston.
By number 44, Madison Taylor.
And I mean, I think that she was looking to assert herself early on. This is just every day at practice right here for Madison Taylor, going low. She's very familiar with Molly LaLiberty and her tendencies. And that's a big goal for Madison Taylor, the Big Ten Freshman of the Year.
Look for Madison Taylor to be one of those players who asserts herself also because of the experience she has. She wasn't just a freshman last year. She was, like you said, an incredible Big Ten honored type of player. Another player to look out here, Emma LaPinto, she's a junior and a high-profile player in her own right.
And that's Kate Levy right there.
Oh,
Big
yeah,
goal.
and another player, Kate Levy. Just talent everywhere. That's what you expect.
It really is. And I know that both of these two teams desperately want to win this game, but I think they're just having a lot of fun as well. A lot of these athletes know each other. And that was just a great diving play, a very athletic play for Kate Levy.
Kate Levy, actually from Chapel Hill, will play at North Carolina. She played this high school season at McDonough, trying to get a little more exposure to some top area talent over here in the Baltimore area, and I'd say it worked.
Why not go to the biggest name in high school girls lacrosse?
Yes.
In terms of McDonough? Storied history in that program for a long time, had the longest winning streak ever in terms of lacrosse, and a big draw control win there, a much needed draw control win for Sam Smith and Northwestern, who's looking to stem the tide a little bit as Team USA has gotten off to a very quick start. That's no surprise when you think of all the offensive talent that Team USA has. But this Northwestern defense, wow, Izzy Skane looking to get another one. That was a lot of power behind that shot.
Yeah, Izzy is going to get hers in this game. She will certainly be taking advantage of opportunities. What I think the key for Northwestern is right now, get Kuykendall involved, get her in this game, because when she's on the field and Izzy and her are operating kind of as that 1-2 tandem, good things happen. So I would be looking to get the ball to her.
And this is Mary Schumar back behind net. She operates so well back from behind X in terms of distributing to her teammates, very familiar with what she did at Marquette. Good pass,
that was
but
a great pass.
Great check from behind, and coming up with it, Kate Levy. And we go back to Dolce, the goalkeeper, and now find Kate DeMark. Team USA looking very crisp in the opening minutes of this one.
This is going to be a game where it's two teams that are going to play pretty similar styles. Think about who the coach is. It's the same coach for both sides. They're going to want to get out to run. They're going to play aggressive defense. And it's going to be who can execute those styles the best way.
That's right. You don't really think of a conservative style.
No, absolutely
when
not.
you think of what Kelly Monte Hiller does. And I think just a great weekend for her in terms of both celebrating this Northwestern team as a great move to goal there, but looks like La Liberty got a piece of it. But for Kelly Monte Hiller, these Northwestern players that she has worked with so much, but also now the head coach of the U20 team.
That's Emma Lapinto right now trailing. She was pesky down there with La Liberty trying to turn the ball over. I love the way Lapinto plays. She is aggressive, but also quiet and reserved at the same time. She lets her play do the talking.
Schumar tied up over in the corner. She's going to get a lot of attention because people are very familiar with the way that she can facilitate. Good take there and race to back it up. You see just the all-out effort. I know Sam Smith's not going to get the possession, but I love the diving effort of number 19 in white.
Those are the winning plays. You never know when they're going to actually become the winning plays, but you have to make them to put yourself in that opportunity. So great job by her.
Eliza Osborne doing a good job within the clear for Team USA. And they quickly find Madison Taylor, who has been a factor early on. So Team USA in their settled offense. We really saw a lot of Northwestern's fantastic defense in their first matchup today against Canada. Taylor with some good vision, but that shot goes over top of the net for Lapinto.
That's where Lapinto is going to live. She loves goal line extended. She loves wrapping around the crease. She's so efficient when she gets down there.
Team USA really getting some good movement. Another shot there by Chloe Humphrey, backed up by Madison Epke. So you're really seeing Team USA. They're going for it. They're taking aggressive shots. They're making strong moves to goal.
They're going for it, but I like the way they're playing offense. It's not just rip every shot you see. They're thinking about it, and they're waiting for that optimal shot. So I think that's the best way to beat a Northwestern defense that is aggressive, is you just wait for that opportunity.
Taylor, a little too much on that one. So La Liberty will take over for Northwestern. And the Wildcats looking to quickly get up the field and start to run. Good defense, though. Fantastic coverage by Shea Baker again.
And there's Izzy on that ride. Not going to make it easy.
And again, Shea Baker certainly very familiar with this Northwestern team. Knows a lot about their tendencies and what they do. So Team USA, we've talked a lot about the offense, but the defense as well. When given their moments, they're being very aggressive. Taylor, strong move to goal. goal. Madison Taylor has come today to make a statement.
She had such a strong freshman season, such a great championship weekend. Like I said before, did not play like a freshman, is not playing
Team
like
USA
a current
goal
sophomore.
scorer,
She's an experienced vet at this point.
Madison Taylor, her second goal of the game.
The number of goals that she put up last year, just tremendous. 53 and right in the back of the net right there. It really is not what you would think about for a freshman in terms of just coming to the college game so ready to play and contribute.
And I loved her attitude. She, of course, humble and happy to be there. When I talked to her last year after the national championship, she was just like, I'm really not a freshman anymore. This is my 20-something game. I've been here all year. This is just another day at the office.
And I think that's the right attitude, because you don't want to use that being a newcomer, being new to the game as a bit of a crutch or something that you're thinking about in terms of that you don't need to be at a certain place in terms of your progression. Instead, really trying to progress quickly. Another
Good
fast movement up the field.
That was a great look, quick tic-tac-toe. Best way to get the ball up the field is to pass it. It's quicker than just running, and USA's doing a good job right now of making those optimal, timely passes and trying to set up some opportunities.
A lot working through Chloe Humphrey right now. Great pass. And a good opportunity for Darcy Feltzer. And now quickly, once again, we saw this in our earlier game, how Northwestern likes to push the ball up the field. They waste very little time. We were very impressed with Emerson Bolig against Team Canada and her speed. And this is Bolig right here. She will hand off to Shumar.
Looks like Shumar has already rid herself of the hoodie she was wearing about 3 minutes ago. Maybe she feels a little looser now.
Well, and it certainly starts to warm up quickly when you are working so hard out on the field, despite the fact that it's such a crisp day. But an errant pass there, looking to connect with Dylan Amante. Instead, scooped up by Team USA. And Lydia Colasante looking to quickly push the ball up the field. Right place, right
field
time.
hockey game going on now.
Exactly. Claire Snyder able to help win possession, and now Northwestern and Coy Kendall.
She's just so nifty with her feet. Look at how she just dispatched a double like that. Just turn one way, turn the other. She's clear.
So now Northwestern, just the one goal from Izzy Skane. They're going to turn the ball over. It's a little deflating for Northwestern, doing the work to win possession, but then not getting the offensive look.
They have come out just a little flat. You don't want to make excuses, but you wonder if playing one game, taking an hour and a half off and coming back in the cold weather takes a little while to rev the engines again. I have no doubt they'll be fine, but it's definitely a slow start.
And I certainly think that they'll be making some adjustments as the game progresses, as they see exactly what Team USA is doing. And again, perhaps no surprise what Team USA is doing, because they're very familiar with what Coach Amante Hiller does. That's Chloe Humphrey again. You have to imagine that Jenny Levy, the head coach for UNC, is watching this contest and very happy with what she's seeing out of Chloe Humphrey.
ACC defenses for the next several years will have to have eyes in the back of their head for Chloe Humphrey. She is so quick with or without the ball, and she will get hers. Expect her to score in bunches, both maybe internationally and in the ACC.
So Team USA patient here. This is Epke. That's a great catch. We've seen Chloe Humphrey now make two very good catches in traffic.
That's the type of catch where you talk about good players where the stick is an extension of their body. That was like she was catching it with her hand. She's with the stick so often. What a catch.
She is just so impressive. Darcy Feltzer trying to get that shot off.
A crease violation there.
And we will head the other way with not a lot of time. Darcy Feltzer is going to pick up that yellow card. So player up situation for Northwestern.
It's early, but this is one to capitalize on.
That's a good look inside, good
Extra
defense,
pass.
but you said it, Kenny, the extra pass, the unselfishness. Jane Hansen spotting Sam Smith for the high percentage opportunity.
Jane Hansen, you might not be able to tell from that pass, she's a pretty defensive-minded midi. What a great IQ play to know that you had time, another scorer coming to the crease. Just great all around.
Just cutting into this deficit, getting a little momentum before the conclusion of the first quarter. Exactly what Northwestern needed to do. And they're going to send Sam Smith back to the draw control circle to square off against Madison Epke.
Now there's enough time here, 17 seconds on the scoreboard. If you get this draw, collect it quickly, you don't necessarily have to rush offense. You can run a quick set and try to get one last quality shot off. And talk about winning it clean. That's all she does.
But you have to be able to convert on that quick pass and find someone instead. Team USA and Shea Baker. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that is making the most of a little boo-boo on Northwestern's end. Sam Smith did a great job, but the ball found its way to the turf, and pick up that ball and run.
And it really is. When you win the draw, it's about winning the draw, but it's also about that first clean pass to try to work the ball up the field. And instead, you have Shea Baker seizing the moment, and that is quite a turn of events. Seconds to take, and she scores that goal.
13 ground balls at Boston College last year. That looked like it was a piece of cake for her.
So it will be Epke back in the draw control circle with Smith. And well executed right there, pushing it to a space that only Mahoney could get to for Northwestern. But we are at the end of our first quarter. Team USA leading Northwestern 5-2. We'll take a quick break and be right back to Tierney Field.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our future. Our future. Our future. Our future.
Y'all please hold the applause.
Welcome back to U.S. Lacrosse headquarters. The second quarter almost underway, and part of it was the international rules, but I felt like that first quarter just absolutely flew by.
It did. It was fast. And I think Northwestern almost looks a little shell-shocked at the speed to which USA played. A lot different of a pace than what Canada came out playing. Canada, I think, just more inexperienced of a team compared to this U.S. roster. So for Northwestern, it's just about settling down, taking a breath, and making sure you value possession. Can't have any turnovers in the midfield, because that's when, as we saw at the end of the first quarter, USA can instantly get that quick goal.
Team USA got some fantastic play from Madison Taylor. Number 44 in blue, Chloe Humphrey, was a standout. Talked a lot about Shea Baker and Kate Levy. Really, all the stars came to shine, but Northwestern right now trying to cut into this deficit. I think would love to have back that final goal that Team USA scored right at the end of the first quarter, just opportunistic by Shea Baker. So what was a 2-goal game became a 3-goal game, but that's a good answer by Dylan Amante.
That's big. Northwestern is such a tempo, momentum type of team because with the style they play, if they start causing turnovers, creating havoc, getting transition opportunities, it all starts to just cascade. So maybe this is the start of something good for Northwestern. It was good offense and just smart across.
So you see there, just in the execution, well drawn up. So Dylan Amante getting a goal there for Northwestern, and Sam Smith trying to deflect that where she wanted it to go, and Madison Taylor got the worst of it. It will be Team USA's possession.
No love lost between Northwestern teammates. Of course, it's all in good fun.
Absolutely, and again, this just feels like another day at practice for Madison Taylor, but I think she's really excited to get to play her team. And now once again, Team USA looking to set up their offense. Chloe Humphrey heading back out onto the field for the red, white, and blue. Good pass by Epke, but just not able to get the shot they were looking for.
So much of figuring out team chemistry at this stage when you're a U.S. training team is kind of figuring out who's going to be the alpha, because you come here and every single player is a star on their own team. So it's just trying to figure out who's the go-to, who the best connections are. And as these teams and as these players get more time together, they'll all figure that out.
Meanwhile, for Northwestern, starting to try to heat up here. That shot by Emerson Bolig. We talked about maybe a little shell-shocked after the first quarter, but they are really settling in. That ball checked away from Kuykendall.
What I'm most interested to see from Northwestern over the course of this game is how Kuykendall and Schumar interact with each other. They fulfilled similar roles at separate schools last year, and now that's just a two-headed passing demon that they've created here at Northwestern. So I want to see how they work off each other and create opportunities.
That's quite the double team on Izzy Skane. It is very hard to contain her. And you see Team USA is really sending a bunch of pressure her way because they know how quick that first step to goal is for Izzy Skane.
They're doing a great job against Skane, preventing her from getting the ball. I don't know if you can actually contain her. It's tough to even slow her down, but if you're going to try, you have to prevent her from getting the ball.
And Team USA causing the turnover. Madison Taylor quickly pushing the ball up the field. It was a nice idea, knocked away, looking for Madison Epke.
Hannah Gillespie with a very smart play there, just knowing to put her stick in the air. You can't deflect a pass unless your stick's high, so you might as well get it up.
Lopento finding Taylor. And on the field for Team USA is Maggie Weissman, who had a phenomenal game yesterday against Team Canada. Another nice play, though, by Emerson Bolig, who's just a little bit of everything today, really seeing everything in the skill set. She's someone that you just feel like is poised to be a big factor in what Northwestern does next season.
You beat me to it. We've said her name quite a bit already today, and still 2+ quarters left.
And so now Northwestern getting different players out on the field. Amante back out after scoring a goal. And she's getting a lot of attention as well. Really,
Caitlin Davies is the one just working Izzy Skane right now, just doing a phenomenal job keeping her busy. And that's ultimately all you can try to do.
And we've talked so much about Team USA's offense, but really this defense, they are very tough to contend with. And that's a big stop right there for Dolce. And really give her credit though for making the big stop. But the defense in front of her made that a much easier stop to shot than it could have been. So when your goalkeepers make good saves, you do have to think about your defenders in front too. But Chloe Humphrey was down the field in about 3 seconds.
There are next level goalies who will stop shots no matter what. Dolce is one of those and will continue to blossom into a better goalie as the years go on. But when you have a defense that's going to funnel shots like that, it's pretty easy to do your job.
So now Team USA will look to settle back into their offense. Humphrey up top, looking to make a step on her defender. And again, she just gets so much power behind those shots. And she's a youngster, but there's absolutely no hesitation here. Doesn't look like she's second-guessing anything. She's just going out there and playing to the best of her ability.
I'm a big fan of the confidence that she shows. Not every shot's going to fall, and you know that as a lacrosse player, but the persistence to keep going, that's impressive.
Lopinto back behind the goal for Team USA, looking to go low, and La Liberty gets there for Northwestern.
That was a great just fling your stick head behind you and scoop it out before it crosses that line. That was a very smart, very high awareness type of play.
And I've watched Molly La Liberty play for years, and one thing that I have always thought about her is she's such a smart goalkeeper in what she does. She's very experienced, but she also just brings that high IQ to everything that she's doing. Has been a bit of an X factor for Northwestern, as Sam Smith will hand off to Amante.
And as impressive as La Liberty's rise has been in Division I, give Northwestern a ton of credit for recognizing that a Division III player at Tufts could have this type of impact.
I think that's exactly right in terms of just looking and seeing what she has done in the Division I ranks and such a big part of that national championship last year.
Dolce is just standing on her head now. Great stop there.
I've certainly come to expect that from her. As you said, she is just an outstanding keeper, and it's hard to remember that she's so young and she has so many more years to just continue to learn and grow. Smith looking to make a strong move towards goal, but once again, you're just seeing the strength of Team USA's defense. They're really shutting down a lot of the lanes to goal.
But Northwestern, of course, not making it easy. Even after the ball is cleared, they do not give up. But Lopinto on the doorstep. I love the BTB try.
Me too. Really trying to give these fans something to cheer about. And frankly, that's a big part of it in these games like this one, where it's a bit of an exhibition style, as you really are doing some of this for the fans to really just continue to elevate the sport. And Emma Lopinto almost had a big moment there.
Lopinto, as crafty and skilled as she is, she's a slippery player. She kind of just slides through that goal line extended and finds holes in the crease. In a blink of an eye, she could have a chance.
And once again, Northwestern trying to work through the middle, but shut down by 4 blue jerseys. Bullock will try to reset.
Nice job by Lydia Colasante there by denying that entry pass.
Kuykendall once again drawing a lot of attention as they try to push her outside. Skane trying to give her a screen. They get the ball to Skane, and it takes her very little time to go to work.
That was just taking advantage of a little defensive breakdown there. I think Northwestern, at times, multiple times maybe, was looking for a little bit of a foul call, but wait for Kuykendall to stick with it. As you can see there, she's kind of asking for something, waiting for it, but Izzy gets open and scores a goal anyway.
When she sets the screen, this is a little bit like a pick and roll. You set the screen, you roll, you get the pass and the finish.
And when it's 1v1 goalie versus Skane, I don't care what goalie it is, 99 times out of 100, she's probably going to bury it.
So in the draw control circle for Northwestern, now Serafina Demuno, who we saw a lot during the contest against Canada. And that's going to go against Team USA.
Now, even though the score is 5-4, Northwestern is coming back into this game, it still feels as if they're climbing uphill. It still feels like USA has kind of controlled the tempo here. But like we said from the earlier game, if you were with us and watching Northwestern Canada, Northwestern's the type of team that they come in bunches. If they score one, it could easily become 5 or 6. So, big moment here.
Great check by Team USA. Ava Bleckley on the defensive play. Northwestern will hang on to it. Amante drawing a lot of defensive attention, will hand off. And now Kuykendall got a lot of power behind that.
Yeah, she just freed those hands and just missed wide right.
So we will reset. Schumar back behind goal, finds Izzy Skane. And you see the defense just really trying to push her out. She's so hard to contain, unstoppable, Izzy Skane.
begging maybe for a little contact there, too. She's fired up for an October fall ball scrimmage event. I love it.
Izzy Skane.
Eliza Osborne really trying to do everything she could to push her away from the goal, but just the change of direction, going around the second defender. She beats one, she beats two, she beats the keeper, and Izzy Skane is absolutely on fire.
And that is not on Eliza Osborne. She is a high school senior and a 5-star recruit, but that's Izzy Skane. So, welcome to the big leagues.
Playing arguably the best collegiate lacrosse player in the country, the Tewaaraton winner,
and to her credit,
Izzy's game.
Osborne did a very nice job there in doing everything possible, but Izzy's just too fast.
Just not backing down at all, though. Looks like we're getting a redraw here. So again, it is Sam Smith in the draw control circle for Northwestern. Madison Smith for Team USA. Those two, of course, teammates. And a great win by Northwestern.
Great box out there by Hannah Johnson just to keep USA behind her and put the ball in her stick.
We should definitely talk about Hannah Johnson because she was a standout among standouts for Northwestern this morning. She was one who really caught our attention in terms of everything she was doing out on the field. She was an X factor, a game changer throughout the entirety of the event.
And she epitomizes a lot of the great things about the Northwestern offense. I think other than having 2 Tewaaraton finalists and 1 winner, what makes them so tough to defend is that every player is versatile. There's no such thing as a one-dimensional offensive player on that team. If you asked Izzy Skane to go get 60 assists a season, she'd do it. She's capable of it. That's just how good they are.
Northwestern again, just being very aggressive to goal. Amante, as we get another look.
There's be some confusion here. I guess Dylan Amante, they're calling this good. There was a little hesitance there after the goal was scored.
Was waiting to see if there was some type of violation or some call that they were going to make. But instead, we will head to the draw control circle. And Northwestern, after looking a little bit shell-shocked in the first quarter, they really have come back all fired up here in the second.
This is what a veteran team will do. There are so many experienced players, graduate students, against a young team. It's a U20 team. So if there is any bit of adversity, I would lean towards Northwestern.
Skane comes up with it quickly, makes the right decision to push the ball out over the far side where there are less defenders, and Northwestern quickly making a move towards goal. I think that whistle.
Like a yellow card might be coming in.
And so we will get a yellow card to Shea Baker.
Check to the head of the official calls.
So it will be a player-up situation for Northwestern.
And this is where the U.S. has to be careful. Can't let things spiral out of control. There's still 2 minutes in this half. Northwestern can easily take advantage of that. So what the U.S. has to do is, even if a goal is scored here, just have a valuable possession next time around.
So again, a lot of credit to Northwestern for quite a comeback here in our second quarter. Great look inside to Amante, back-to-back goals.
When you have a woman-up opportunity, there will be a hole somewhere. Sometimes it takes a while to develop, and sometimes it's instant. And Dylan Amante did a great job there, knowing where the space would be, taking advantage of that feed.
It's just Carly Mahoney.
And again, Carly Mahoney on the find. Very well executed. You really can't run your player-up offense much better than we just saw Northwestern do it. They're such a team-oriented style offense. You think about the fact they have these great individual talents, but they also look for their teammates so well, really try to distribute. They understand at different times the defense is focused on different players, and they do very well working the ball around.
Kelly Amante-Hiller is so good at developing the entire lacrosse player. 2 of the assists in today's game, one of them obviously right there by Mahoney, who is a defensive player. Jane Hansen, a defensive-minded midfielder. She has an assist today. Their defenders are encouraged to get out in transition and make plays. And oh, by the way, Izzy Skane, she played a little bit of defense her freshman year too. So they play everywhere.
Speaking of Izzy Skane, oh my goodness, she's been a big part of what has happened here in the second quarter. At times, you feel like she's just tried to take over the contest. Other times, take a look at this. The pick and roll. Was very impressed with this play.
Also, never giving up on that play. There was an expectation or a hope of a foul to be called there, and Kuykendall and Skane did not give up on it, and results in a goal.
Just the decision-making, so impressive with Skane, the change of direction, the footwork that you see in these replays.
And that was impressive. That was two A-plus athletes going at it, and Skane just got the better of her that time. It's tough. Skane can do a little bit of everything.
So Northwestern taking a 2-goal lead with 1 minute and 39 seconds remaining in our second quarter. And those last 2 goals have been scored in rapid succession.
And another chance here.
This is Schumar for the Wildcats. She'll find Kuykendall up top, who also shows some great footwork, just didn't have the angle on that shot. You can see the expression on her face.
I think she's saying, where was the shooting space? I don't necessarily disagree, but way to keep the play alive.
Good find once again. Oh my goodness.
Amante having herself a 60 seconds.
It is just coming in waves right now. I believe that was Schumar on the pass, and we talked about the addition of Mary Schumar into this offense, and
assisted by Mary
Dylan Amante.
Number 14.
I mean, you could have Schumar feeding at X and Kuykendall a feeder on the wing, and where do you stop this offense? It's unbelievable. And they can both score, too, so they can both cut and do things like that as well.
It's a good question, and I think it's a question that teams in the Big Ten are going to be puzzling about all season long.
And I don't think it's a question keeping the Hillers up at night. I'm sure they're very happy to have this dilemma on their hands.
So it is Sam Smith back in the draw control circle. And Team USA.
It's a much-needed draw.
Absolutely. Looking to see if they can get a little momentum back. Madison Taylor on the far side of the field will hand off to Madison Epke.
10 seconds is enough time to get a quality look and be huge for them to bury one right before this half.
Particularly if you have the talent of Team USA. Quick ball movement. They look for Lopento, who gets a look. It just does not go. It was a lot of the Wildcats here in the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with halftime highlights here at Tierney Field.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer,
And wiser together.
and we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
We're thrilled to have MedStar as our partner.
You know, MedStar is the biggest provider of sports medicine services in the Mid-Atlantic. We're fortunate we cover the Ravens, the Orioles, the Wizards, the Capitals, 15 colleges and universities. One of the biggest flags I think this organization can fly is being very proactive about health and safety as compared to just about any sporting organization I've worked with over my 30-year career.
Welcome back to Tierney Field. It is halftime with Northwestern leading Team USA 8-5. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more action.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
So thank you, Lacrosse,
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
safer,
And wiser together.
and we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
We're thrilled to have MedStar as our partner.
You know, MedStar is the biggest provider of sports medicine services in the Mid-Atlantic. We're fortunate we cover the Ravens, the Orioles, the Wizards, the Capitals, 15 colleges and universities. One of the biggest flags I think this organization can fly is being very proactive about health and safety as compared to just about any sporting organization I've worked with over my 30-year career.
Welcome back to Tierney Field. It was definitely a tale of two quarters between these two squads. Kenny, I think the first quarter, it was a lot of Team USA. They were clicking on all cylinders, but what a comeback by Northwestern in the second.
And the U.S. is by no means playing poorly. I think what they've realized is what every other team across the country has realized, is that when Northwestern gets the ball, it's kind of tough to stop them. So prevent is, I guess, the best advice I can give to the U.S. heading into this second half, because they've proven that when they have the ball, they can get some opportunities.
There was a lot of firepower all over the field in the first half. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights. As we talked about, Team USA came to play. Chloe Humphrey certainly stood out in terms of her confidence and her goal scoring.
She'll have to be a key figure in the second half as well.
But Izzy Skane, it really only took her moments to get on the scoreboard. She's so strong, but as we talked about, it was really a lot of Team USA in the first quarter. Madison Taylor with a nice move towards goal.
She is such a dynamic player, whether out of the midfield on attack. It was no surprise that she got going pretty early.
And there was a nice one by Kate Levy for Team USA. Lots of different members of the red, white, blue getting involved. That was Taylor again, who just feels like this is practice playing against her Northwestern teammates. Beautiful pass there, Sam Smith, courtesy of Jane Hansen. Glad we're highlighting the draw control circle because there was so much good work done there. That was just a crafty pickup by Shea Baker, and she makes Northwestern pay.
And that was a tough turnover there, and way for U.S. to capitalize.
But Northwestern getting some good ball movement, getting lots of people involved. Dylan Amante, she was big in the second quarter.
I mean, there was a 60-second stretch in which, and we'll probably see it soon, she couldn't be stopped, and that was just a great goal for her there. This was a great pick and roll by Izzy Skane and Erin Kuykendall.
And here's Izzy Skane one more time. It just does not get old. However many times you see it, how good she is at drawing defenders and still capitalizing.
Double teamer, triple teamer, she'll find a way to wiggle her way out of it.
But this is that stretch you were talking about. Amante, she was fantastic in terms of finding the goal. Her teammates did a good job of finding her. That was Carly Mahoney.
She's just one of those great players that works so well off ball, and she can just sit herself into one of those holes and wait for one of her teammates to hit her.
So cannot wait to see what the second half has in store. The weather is not cooperating for us today, but there is so much to watch out on the field, it hardly matters. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with second half action.
January 6th.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer,
And wiser together.
and we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
Our second half is almost underway. A great look there at Izzy Skane, who was such a factor in the first half of this contest. As you were talking about, Kenny, I mean, you can try to contain her. I'm just not sure it's possible.
A lot of teams have tried. They're just doing her dance steps here. Shout out to whoever's playing music here at Tierney Field, playing some tropical music to hype us up. It's sunny and 75. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
We can certainly pretend that is the case, but these players on the field, they're so focused right now. They're not thinking about the rain or the cold or the wind. I think they're just thinking about how excited they are to really have this level of competition here in the fall. As they are starting to prepare, they're certainly starting to look towards their spring seasons.
Yes, and the sister-sister draw to start, Sam versus Madison Smith. The U.S. has to start winning some draws and valuing possession. That's the biggest thing for them here, and not a great start.
So Northwestern, and once again, it's Carly Mahoney who comes up with it, and the Wildcats an opportunity to build on this lead. Kuykendall has it knocked away, and once again, we're just seeing the speed and quickness for Team USA. Kate Levy.
She's got some wheels.
Quickly pushing the ball up the field.
I think, again, Kuykendall was looking for a call maybe on the other end. I think she's a little frustrated right now with some of the officiating, but got to keep playing through that whistle.
Well, that's exactly right, and I think certainly the officials here are doing the best they can in terms of trying to make these calls. Chloe Humphrey. That's how we started out the first half, and now Chloe Humphrey once again getting things off on the right foot for Team USA.
Spent a lot of time around the Stony Brook women's lacrosse team when I was first getting my break in this sport. One of the things I heard a lot was hip, hip, let it rip. And I mean, Chloe Humphrey's letting it rip from wherever she is.
She really is. I mean, we talked about the fact she's fearless. She has so much confidence, and she's not taking bad shots, but when she sees that opening, she is going to take that shot.
And when you are as skilled a player as Chloe Humphrey, the range of what a bad shot is versus another player is a lot different. So Chloe has the ability and probably has the green light to pull the trigger.
I'm telling you, everybody in the ACC needs to be on notice.
As if they weren't already. I don't know the dozens upon dozens of stellar players that are there.
So once again, back in the draw control circle. This time for Northwestern, it's DeMuno in the circle. Prolonged battle here for possession.
Great effort.
And we're going to finally get a whistle. Still not exactly sure what the call is. I think the officials might come over to confer. And it is going to go to Team USA.
It's always nice when they focus on, let's get this call right, stop the clock. International means the clock is always running, but let's stop it, let's get it right.
So Chloe Humphrey once again with possession. She is someone, as we have seen, you have to know where she is at all times, because if she gets the ball, she's not going to waste a lot of time before trying to create something. Taylor, well defended, double teamed. Humphrey, great vision, the finish by Madison Epke.
Did you know Chloe Humphrey could pass? She can do it all.
She can do it all, and it's so important to have that diverse skill set, because you don't want teams to think you're just always going to shoot the ball. And that find by Chloe Humphrey was fantastic, but it was a tough catch for Madison Epke. Let's take another look here.
You beat me to it. Credit entirely to Epke, because sometimes you don't know these passes are coming. Not only did she have to react, she had to reestablish the catch, juggle it a little bit, and still score. So great job by her.
This has really been her weekend, her time to shine. She's really shown all the things that she can do on a lacrosse field, but a big draw control win there for Izzy Skane.
Epke, a player who just took advantage of an opportunity last year. There was an injury early in the year that gave her some time, and she didn't look back.
We've talked about how quick Emerson Bolick gets the ball up the field. You cannot blink, you might miss her, and she's already scored a goal.
Northwestern is not necessarily kind to broadcasters trying to get points in, but good for them. Emerson Bolick's so fast. She gets that ball, like you said, and puts her head down and just goes for it. Great shot between the legs. Nothing you can do there if you're Francesca Argentieri, who, by the way, a Northwestern player.
Absolutely. There's so many of them on this roster, and well-deserved. I mean, they are just such a collection of talent on the Northwestern roster, so no surprise that a lot of them have made their way onto the U20 team. And again, we've talked about this a lot, but for these fans that have braved the elements today, they have certainly been in for a treat. These players have given them what they have wanted to see in terms of a lot of dynamic goal scoring, some great team play, some great individual effort. You really could not ask for more. And again, credit to these athletes. It's not the greatest in terms of the conditions to play in, but they have just been outstanding.
And what's great is that fans here and fans who are with us on the broadcast are watching the future of the women's U20 team. This is a team early in its journey hoping to compete for a gold medal in Hong Kong. So this is the start. This is where it all begins.
And potentially some of them, the big news this week, we haven't really talked a lot about it today, the LA 28 looking towards the Olympics.
These could be the future athletes.
Absolutely.
If all goes the way everyone hopes it goes, these could be the ones representing us in Los Angeles.
That's right. The organizing committee, including lacrosse, is one of the sports being recommended to be included in the form of sixes. And so there's one additional step left to be done, the official vote, but looking very strongly like we will have a form of lacrosse in the 2028 games.
And how fun that'll be.
It's really been a long time coming, and we talked a lot about this yesterday in terms of there have been so many great ambassadors and advocates for this sport who have made this their mission to just elevate the sport even more and to get that level of international recognition, and to see the dividends of that has been huge. That's a big stop right there. The goalkeeper play has been fun to watch. La Liberty.
I love how she didn't give up on that play either. After it ricocheted off of her, she was not standing there watching it. She dove and tried to get it, and she never gives up on any play. She's such a safe, calm, strong goalie.
I was looking to see which way that call was going to go, and it goes against Team USA, and I think a little quick there to react. Northwestern's going to hold on to the ball. Kendall Halpern.
Overall, it's been a good third quarter thus far for the U.S. Cut this deficit down a little bit, standing tall, and really kind of limiting some Northwestern offensive opportunities as Northwestern is taking a shot now.
Hannah Johnson, we know she's one that you have to keep your eyes on. They bring the double team over to try to stop her.
Yeah, she's riding some momentum from the earlier game today. Did not play at all in 2023. Watched her teammates win a national championship, and she's making up for lost time.
So this is Hannah Johnson.
Smart pull out there.
I was about to say the same thing. Makes the smart decision. Finds Kuykendall. So once again, another opportunity. This will be Kuykendall.
And Izzy Skane has no one there.
But a stop, and the goalkeeper, Argentieri, did not actually know where the ball had gone, but she had made the big play.
That was not the type of play that was surprising. Skane was wide open. Everyone probably expected the ball was going there, but great job by Argentieri to just hang tough. And, you know, even if she lost the ball for a second, she stopped it before it went past the line, and that's all that matters.
But a chance here for Team USA to continue to cut into this deficit as they look to continue to test Molly La Liberty. Back in goal, La Liberty, it gets by her, but she did everything she could to try to stop that. We've just kind of figured out that Chloe Humphrey, she's almost unstoppable.
The most impressive thing there was the second chance opportunity. Pinto had a good look early. Offense didn't give up, got the ball back. Humphrey eventually finds her open spot, and she isn't going to miss when she has it like that.
And it's because of the power she gets behind it. La
Lefty,
Liberty was there on the coverage, but there was so much power behind that ball. The only place it was going was in the back of the net.
And all of a sudden, it is a one-goal game. Still plenty of time left. It could end up going either way, but U.S. showing a lot of resolve here, not backing down to an incredibly talented opponent, and that's what you want to see from a younger team. And, of course, the rain continues to come on down.
And starting to potentially pour harder. Smith and Epke in the draw control circle, and it's won by Taylor for Team USA. And Team USA doing themselves a lot of favors, winning some draw controls, being very efficient offensively. We saw Team USA come out very composed at the start of this third quarter, putting their heads down, taking care of business.
And I am not a lacrosse coach, but if the U.S. scores here, I would expect Coach Scott Hiller to maybe call a timeout, just regroup a little bit and establish Northwestern lacrosse again.
It's definitely been a game of runs for these two teams. One team has had the momentum, then the other rips it away. Now Team USA has it back. Emma Lopento on your screen, number 48 in blue with possession, and you can even there see the rain coming down at that last angle. How hard it is pouring on the field right now.
Some of these players putting on a U.S. jersey for the first time wouldn't trade these weather conditions for anything.
It's such a magical moment, and you certainly feel like that hard work has started to pay off. Another great find, Chloe Humphrey, courtesy of Madison Epke. So we saw the reverse of that moments ago, and now Chloe Humphrey, the recipient of a great pass.
Again, her fourth goal.
There aren't enough things to say about her. I feel like we just keep repeating ourselves. Give Chloe Humphrey the ball in space. Good things will happen. And another lefty shot.
But Madison Epke, again, I was impressed with her yesterday from a draw control standpoint. I thought she was so dynamic in the circle. She was almost unstoppable, just has mastered the art of the draw control. Today, we're just seeing a different side of her. She's doing a great job in the circle, certainly not taking that away from her, but it's the offensive capabilities, what she's creating out on the field. She is truly, I think, one to watch in the future.
She is a draw specialist who is not just a draw specialist. She does so much on the field. James Madison is so lucky to have her, and the U.S. team could be lucky to have her if she moves on into this tryout process.
Good composure there by Madison Taylor just to hang on to possession for Team USA. And they'll get the ball right back to her. So all tied up, 9-all. An errant pass there as Northwestern will look to take over.
Check that.
Actually, yeah, it looks like Team USA will take over with Chloe Humphrey.
And now it's at the top.
So not exactly sure.
Rest assured, the play will restart at some point soon.
Not exactly sure what the call was, but Madison Taylor is going to have a free position opportunity up top. Taylor going quickly to goal and quickly giving Team USA the lead again.
What a half. Remember when it was 8-5 Northwestern?
Team USA goal scored by
completely flipped the script. A 5-1 run in this third quarter, and there's still some time to go.
Really an outstanding effort coming out of the half by Team USA, and it's not just been one player. It's really been a total team effort. You're getting a good look there at Madison Taylor, who got things started off on a really good foot for Team USA. She has continued to be just as strong. We've talked about Chloe Humphrey. We talked about Madison Epke. We've seen some great defense. We talked about Ava Bleckley, who's also a James Madison player.
And we talked about here with how both of these teams are going to play the same style, right? Because they're essentially coached by the same person. It's just which team will execute. And it's been periods of time in which the other side has executed better. And right now the U.S. is just firing.
But you certainly have to imagine there's a whole lot more left in Northwestern. They have so many talented players out on the field. Every draw control so heavily contested, and that's been one of the fun things about this game. It's been really a great contest between some draw control specialists, but Team USA again right now, just everything going the way of the red, white, and blue.
I would look for them to actually be a little patient here on this possession. international, so there's no shot clock. There's no need to rush and take a shot. If you can go into the fourth quarter with a lead, that's great.
Particularly given where things stood at the end of the second quarter, and we are seeing that patience you were talking about, really making sure they get the right opportunity. There's really no reason to force anything. Chloe Humphrey will hand off.
I'm not advocating either for sitting on the ball for 3 minutes because I don't think that's fun for anybody, but just waiting, working the cuts, waiting for that perfect opportunity. These players can get open and make it happen.
No, and certainly just learning in these moments how you want to execute, just being smart, doing things the right way.
There will be opportunities in the future in the World Championships next summer where they will have to waste a little clock. And so there's a good learning opportunity. But a turnover there.
Not the play that Team USA was looking for, and Northwestern is looking to run with Carly Mahoney.
Great job to hang on to possession there. She was getting...
Yeah, we have not perhaps highlighted her enough today because she's been involved all over the field. This is Schumar looking to dish off to Kuykendall, who's right along the crease, and she was trying very hard not to step into the crease, and I think she felt like, and she's talking to the official, that there was quite a bit of contact.
Yeah, Carly Mahoney, just an anchor on that defense.
Humphrey giving it everything she had, but it went straight.
What a catch, Izzy Skane. It's a wide receiver, too.
Wow, how quickly we have gone from ends of the field. La Liberty with a good play as Humphrey's shot went straight to her, then Skane on the other end versus Argentieri.
Caitlin Davies laughing there with Izzy Skane. It is just a scrimmage, and obviously it's competitive, but these players are all just, you know, learning from each other and getting back into swing of lacrosse again.
Kate DeMarc, by the way, is so good on the clears. We've seen her a lot today, just advancing the ball forward for Team USA. Levy drawing a lot of defensive attention. There was a whistle before the buzzer.
At the end of 3, Team USA 10, Northwestern 9.
So still waiting to see what's going to happen on the field to see if we have officially concluded our third quarter. There's some communication there between some of the Team USA team members and the official, but the players heading off the field, so we're going to take a quick break. You do not want to go anywhere. We'll be right back for fourth quarter action.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our future. Our future. Our future. Our future.
Y'all please hold the applause.
Welcome back to the 2023 Fall Classic. We have a good one on our hands. Team USA coming back from an outstanding third quarter to retake the lead up over Northwestern by 1 here at the start of the fourth quarter. Kenny, you could not ask for more.
You couldn't. What a great third quarter. The quarters have been traded here, U.S., Northwestern, U.S. Curious to see what happens here in this fourth quarter. Also, just a quick shout out. If you guys are watching with us, first of all, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. If you ever have a chance to come see any of these events live, make sure you come, because you just missed an electric trivia clinic by 10-year-old Lola and her friends. So shout out to them.
And let me tell you, one of the questions, who was the 2023 Tewaaraton winner, they were very emphatic that they knew who it was, Izzy Skane. Have to imagine there might have been some Northwestern fans in that group.
Just shows you the impact, though, that Izzy Skane has on younger players. They look up to her, and they want to be just like her.
It absolutely does. Right now, of course, Izzy Skane and her Northwestern teammates trying to shut down Team USA and perhaps look for an equalizer. Good defense by the Wildcats.
That was a good look by Emma Pinto, the right idea. I think Northwestern just got a stick in the way. It's never going to be a bad idea to try to hit Chloe Humphrey in stride.
Molly LaLiberty back in goal for Northwestern at the start of the fourth quarter. And some really good speed up the field by Sam Smith, who we've talked so much about today. Great cut in the middle. Kuykendall. We're going to get a whistle as she's slow to get to her feet.
She does nothing at half speed. Huh? Her and Izzy Skane are always trying 100%. Slow to get up, though.
So glad to see her back on her feet, but certainly took some contact there, grimacing.
Clutching her right arm, right shoulder.
In some pain. She's a warrior, though. That is one thing we know for sure about Kuykendall. So she will come off the field. Hopefully this is nothing serious for the Tewaaraton finalist.
So it looks like they'll award the ball to Hannah Johnson instead.
So Hannah Johnson on the free position opportunity, looking to hand off to Amante. That one goes over top of the net.
This is where Schumar now, with Kuykendall maybe out for a couple minutes just to settle herself, she can settle back into that feeder role that she's so comfortable playing.
And she immediately looked for Izzy Skane, but you see all the defensive attention that Izzy Skane is getting from Jordan Harrison.
It can't be hard for newcomers to the program to pick up the playbook. Let's try to get it to Izzy Skane.
But the equalizer by Sam Smith. You cannot lose sight of Sam Smith. And again, we've talked so much about the drop controls. Those were the big numbers she put up last season. But she scored a lot of goals last year. Maybe when you look at some of the numbers of Skane or Kuykendall. But, you know, those were really huge numbers. But the season that Sam Smith had with 17 goals, 7 assists, 13 ground balls, 8 calls, turnovers, she just does everything.
I think Sam Smith's going to be tired this evening as she's played 2 full games up and down the field, doing everything, involved in seemingly every positive Northwestern thing. What a day she's had.
But you just get the sense Northwestern just feels like they can't take her off the field. She's so critical to what they do. Quick movement towards goal for Team USA. LaLiberty, though, comes up with it. And those are the moments as a goalkeeper, you know, you have to be really careful on that pass to connect with your teammate when you're outside of your goal. Molly LaLiberty handles those moments so well.
So poised. And for goalies who like to take chances, people might not think of that as poised, but she's calculated. She's not willy-nilly running out of the crease. She knows when she has chances, and she knows when the smart plays need to be made.
Yellow card issued to Madison Taylor.
So Madison Taylor will pick up the yellow card, so it will be a player-up situation here for Northwestern. So we'll see what the Wildcats do here. They would love to retake the lead. Good ball movement, getting everyone involved. Amante with the shot. And lucky there for Team USA, because an opportunity to let that penalty expire if they can hang on to possession. And there you see Izzy Skane on the ride, really trying to pressure that pass.
And there's Hannah Johnson doing what Hannah Johnson does.
And you talked about this earlier today, Kenny, in terms of the ride and how much pride Northwestern takes in that, trying to force those quick turnovers. Great look up top to Amante, but a save by Argentieri.
Yeah, when you go to play for Northwestern, the ride is not an option. It is not a suggestion. It is you are riding until you go get that ball back. It's such a culture that they've instilled, and it propelled them all the way to a huge win over BC last May.
Colasanti will hand off to Humphrey. All tied up, 10 apiece. As we have Humphrey over on the right side. This game truly, I think, everything that everyone hoped that it would be. When you think about the level of talent, just all the highlight-worthy moments we've seen out on the field, a chess match between these two coaches who know each other so exceptionally well, and you really see that style between these two teams. It's almost, in some ways, like mirror images.
It's fun to watch, and with 11 seconds left on this penalty, 10 seconds left on this penalty, I think Chloe Humphrey's done a great job just being patient, waiting for a level playing field again, but can't get lackadaisical because at any moment she can make a run for the crease. Some confusion here. I think Madison Taylor ran back in before the penalty expired. That's what it's looking like.
Right, that there were a few seconds left.
So it's going the other way.
On the clock. So Northwestern, another opportunity here, and we're getting to the juncture where every single possession matters. It's a close game, knotted up, 10-all. Anything can happen, the running clock. You really have to value every single opportunity that you have. Skane looking for a lane to goal. Monty with a nice pass. I think that was, I'm not sure if that was knocked loose or just dropped out of her stick, but Team USA coming up with it.
We are shaping up here for a very exciting final 9+ minutes. We are tied at 10. Just a back and forth game of, like you were just saying a couple minutes ago, such similar, basically the same styles of play. It's a lot of fun.
Well, we had quite an exciting one at the conclusion of our games yesterday between the men's U.S. national team and the Canadian national team. Went to overtime. Canada won. It was certainly one to watch, and this one has been very much of that same vein.
And what a confidence booster for some of these younger U.S. athletes going against a national title team that they probably watched fondly as high schoolers last year, making it all the way to championship weekend and winning a title, not only to play against them, but to be in a 10-10 game in the fourth quarter with them. That's huge.
That's right. Just to be able to compete at this level, and for the athletes that are going to just be starting their college careers, I think there could be no better confidence booster in terms of the fact that you are so ready to compete at the collegiate level. That's a big stop by La Liberty, who just had great positioning as Chloe Humphrey came around the crease. But Northwestern, a small mental error there, gives the ball back to Team USA, and DeMarc really looking to take advantage very quickly.
You don't see that a lot from Northwestern in transition. That they are so crisp and so fluid in transition that was just a rare mishap. But now that's up to the U.S. A mature, established team takes advantage of an opportunity like that.
So Team USA, a chance to retake the lead. Chloe Humphrey now working back from behind the goal, showing a different look, trying to sneak around the crease. She does.
That little hop step just gave her the smallest sliver of space to then beat the goalie low. So smart, such a strong play, and I mean, great job by Carly Mahoney, but it's got beat by a very good player.
That is now 5 for Chloe Humphrey, and we've seen her score in many different ways. They've had her at different spots out on the field, really mixing things up so the defense can't get too used to what she's doing out on the field. She really has had an impressive day.
North Carolina has gotten a great one. Even better maybe than a great one.
Sam Smith back in the draw control circle. Very important draw here, and Sam Smith absolutely acts like it.
She heard you. She said, oh, did you say it was important? Don't worry, I'll go get it.
That's just what she does. We have watched her do that time and time again throughout her career. She's so reliable, and then you see there, we'll switch sticks and head right back into the offense. And look at Sam Smith. She certainly understood it was an important moment for this Northwestern team.
We've seen a lot of goals today between both games in that middle of the field. The dodge toward the middle, free the hands, whether it be to the right or left, just burying very strong shots. And this dodge right here to the middle, hands free to the right, just a blast past the goalie.
Oh my goodness. Well, we talked a lot about Madison Epke and what she can do in the draw control circle. They're both there right now. This is such great timing, Sam Smith and Madison Epke, that you can't just think of them as draw specialists. You really cannot, because both of those two players can be so critical within your offense. But Sam Smith right now, she's just feeling it. She's feeding off the momentum and doing what she does so well.
Great job by Izzy Skane there, missing the pass and then going back to get it.
Skane, ball knocked loose. Argentieri tried to get there. It looks like Northwestern is going to hang on to possession.
I think one of the reasons people love watching Northwestern play so much, obviously, is the skill, but they play such a controlled chaos type of style that it's hard not to like watching them play.
It really is. It's so exciting. It's fan-friendly as Izzy Skane draws the contact.
Soaking in the wet turf.
Just makes you so excited about the sport of lacrosse. A good look there at Skane, who has certainly delivered on the day so far. And it will be a free position opportunity coming up for the standout.
Very rarely would Izzy not rip this, but I wouldn't even, I was going to say I'd take it out. I'd pass it off and get a better possession, but Izzy Skane has other thoughts. There you go.
Goal scored by
Izzy Skane, who can absolutely do it all out on the lacrosse field. Take another look here, her 5th goal of the game. So she and Chloe Humphrey really going toe for toe here in terms of the goal scoring. But she's the player, frankly, that you want to have the ball in that moment.
It's incredible how strong she is physically. She soaks contact like an NFL running back, and just, it doesn't bother her. She will still get her shot at her angle, at her speed, no matter who's in front of her.
So it will be Serafina Demuno back in the draw control circle for Northwestern as they continue to switch things up and give different looks. And it's going to be, I thought she said Northwestern ball, and she did.
Well, yeah, there we go.
So Northwestern, an opportunity here.
It's one of those moments where if Northwestern gets on a roll, doesn't matter what defense they're playing. They did it against Denver, which was the best defense in the country last year, and they'll just keep scoring. So it is pivotal for the U.S. to just get that one stop. You only have to focus on the play at hand and then trying to turn it into some offense.
And of course, the good news, if you're Team USA, you have so many players out there who played in these moments before where there's a lot on the line. Skane, that was a difficult catch to make in traffic. And Lydia Colasante, the hero in that moment. You really can't do it much better than that defensively than what we just saw out of Colasante, who's, by the way, a 5-sport athlete from high school. That's tremendous.
Only 5?
Only 5. Sure, we could find a couple of others to throw in the mix, but Madison Epke still continue to soak in everything from this weekend and to do her absolute best to contribute in every way possible.
And by the time this next draw gets off, it'll probably be just about 2 minutes left in this game, tied at 12. You could not ask for anything else.
This is what we wanted to see today, and certainly what we expected we knew a lot about this Northwestern team. We marveled at what they did last season. They lost that first game of their season to Syracuse, so 1-goal loss. And then after that, it was pure perfection on the year. They look poised to make another big run. But listen, this is some of the best U20 talent you're going to see. And right now, they're going toe-to-toe. But Sam Smith...
What an excellent check by Epke. Does not give up on that play. That is great.
And that's a great find to Madison Taylor over on the far side. Under 2 minutes remaining, at least in regulation for this one.
And we talked about it before. Epke has enjoyed her opportunity this weekend. And when you look back at games after they're over, hindsight being 2020, the play she just made could be the winning play.
Great look inside. They were trying to find Chloe Humphrey, who hits the ground very hard. Glad to see she bounced up so quickly after the contact.
And right now, she's the player you want the ball with in her stick. So with 1:29 left, tied at 12.
So a yellow card is going to be issued
Definitely
to
physical play.
Northwestern. So another player up situation here for Team USA. That went to Kendall Halpern. And it's Chloe Humphrey.
33 there.
Who hands off Team USA. I like the decision making there because they really wanted to go for the high percentage shot. Great cutter down the middle.
Oh, jump shot.
A quick stick shot, Shea Baker. But really credit everyone out on the field because that is a team goal right there.
A team goal, and what a mature offensive possession by a team that is still building chemistry as the minutes go on. Knowing not to take that free position attempt, knowing to make the extra pass, finding the cutter high and burying it. That's just excellent all around.
And it's Madison Epke on the delivery of that pass. Oh my goodness, she has been outstanding.
She understood the assignment, as I'm told the kids say.
She really did all weekend long. She's so dependable. You can count on her to make the big play, the right play, the needed play, and that's a big finish by Shea Baker. She might have made it look a little easier than it was. That's just because she is so skilled.
And that's the importance of having players like Epke, players like Lopinto, other veterans on this team who have college starting experience. These moments, they've been in these moments all of last year. In Lopinto's case, the year before as well. So they're not going to get rattled by this moment or the opponent. They've played Northwestern before.
Next October 11th through 13th.
So an all-important 1 minute and change coming up here. Again, we were in this exact position last night. We ended up with an overtime contest. It's been so good all weekend long, and we have so many games coming up for you. This afternoon, we are going to have the USA men's team against Penn State. Then we're going to have the Canadian men's team against Penn State. It is just going to continue to be amazing lacrosse all afternoon long.
Sam Smith has been standing at that draw point for about 30 seconds waiting. She's got the eye of the tiger right now. She's got nothing else on her mind but going to get that ball.
She's ready. She's in the moment against Madison Epke. I mean, these have been two of the stars of the show right here, and it feels particularly fitting in this moment to see them in the draw circle.
Now for Northwestern as well, if they win the draw, which of course it's a relay race now to go get it, there's still time now. With a minute and change left, all they have to do is get a stop. But this is great practice for the U.S. Can they successfully kill this minute and change to win the game?
And I love that decision to just go backwards to your goalkeeper, to Argentiri. That lacrosse IQ by Madison Epke, that's 5 stars right there. That is what you want to see.
What I'm a little curious about is why Northwestern isn't applying just a little more pressure right now. You can't let two players just have an open catch in the back of the field.
Well, that's
so here
exactly
they go. Now
right.
They're sending some pressure.
And they're going to pressure the goalkeeper, Argentiri, who's got some help back behind her goal. Lydia Colasante, who remember was quite heroic moments ago with her defensive pressure.
But this Northwestern ride, it's a little different circumstance right now, but don't count them out just yet.
And just right there was an opportunity, but Emma Lopinto able to get to it. This is being executed very well by Team USA right now. And now they get it to DeMarc, who has been fantastic all day long on the clears. That's her assignment. She does it so well.
And hats off to Madison Epke in this game and this weekend. This was not possible without her.
Absolutely not. In a weekend of standouts, her star just shone so brightly, and very happy to see it, for her to get that recognition that she so richly deserves. She was certainly a standout. Chloe Humphrey, oh my goodness, we knew she was good.
Out of this world.
She was fantastic on the day. So impressed with her. So much talent all over the field. It just makes you so excited about the future of women's lacrosse, about the future of the national program. Really, hats off to Team USA. They faced a lot of adversity today, and they got it done.
Madison Taylor with a great little dump off there. Humphrey with that quick pass we talk about maybe not expecting it. Epke was ready. She finished it right away.
Just the chemistry between those two today, the Humphrey-Epke connection, we saw it quite a lot, but we really love the play today. And yes, really all day long of Emerson Bolig.
Yeah, Emerson Bolig looks like she's going to be a building block for Northwestern. And, oh yeah, Chloe Humphrey, she's got a left.
She just kept scoring at will, finding her moments in the right time. This is Epke to Humphrey, making it look easy.
She's going high, going low, bounce shots, lasers. She's good at everything.
But of course, Izzy Skane would be involved. Amati, nice pass there. And the finish by Sam Smith.
An all-around player, one of the most unsung players in college lacrosse.
We saw Chloe Humphrey get it done all over the field today, no matter where she was within the offense. And again, Sam Smith, a day to shine for her. She's not just a draw control specialist, people. Team USA.
The ball movement here, just impeccable.
Things starting to come down to the wire. Some clutch plays. That was a big one by Shea Baker, and again, the assist to Madison Epke.
And that took all 5'6" of Shea Baker to get up there and make that play. Great job by her to know where the crease was, too. She had to look to make sure she didn't land in there.
Skane through the contact. Epke all day long. And take a look, Chloe Humphrey, unselfish play, working the ball around. Who are they going to find? Madison Epke. Look at the vision. We've seen that one. Let's see it again, Shea Baker.
So nice. We'll watch it twice. And Epke, she made the great pass there. She was the first one to throw her hands up and celebrate the goal by Baker.
It was a big day for both of these two teams. Really, congratulations to both. I think they're all winners out on the field for what they were able to do. You could not ask for more. What a great game it was. So that will do it for us for this one. For Kenny Dijon, I'm Monica Moore. We will have the men's teams coming up next here at Tierney Field.